Hello everyone. Today I will be making an identity for the equation y equals 18 times 420 to the power of x by following these few simple steps. Well, step 1 says that I need to have restrictions as to what my base of the new function can be. So the base cannot be 420 as it is the base of the parental function, and there cannot be any asymptotes or vertical translations because they'll have a different graph than its parent function. Okay, so step 2 says write down the equation on a blank piece of paper, which I have over here, and it's y equals 18 times 420 to the power of x. And then now we have to find the prime factors of 420, which I already did, and we have to write them in the equation, replacing 420. So this is step 2. And now it says that I have to group up similar factors and use the power to a power law and multiply the exponents of the factor by the x that is outside the brackets. So we can see that 2 times 2 is the same thing as 2 to the power of 2, and there's no other similar factors that we can do. So I have the next equation written down over here. Let me just bring that over. And now it says to multiply the x which is outside by the x to the exponents inside. So the numbers without any exponents will have 1 as an exponent. So 2 times x, which is 2x, and it's a 1 over here, so it shall be 1 times x, so 1x, so 3 to the power of x, 7 to the power of x, and 5 to the power of x. Now that we have the factors for our base function, we need to prime factor the a value of our parental function, which was 18. So I have found the prime factors for 18, which were 2, 3, 3, 3. So 2 times 3 times 3. And we have to do the same thing, find any similar factors that we can do, which 3 times 3 is the same thing as 3 to the power of 2. So I have the new equation written down over here. So now we have to multiply our exponents, so we just have to expand these now. So I'm just going to pause the video here while I expand these, and then I'll continue with it once I have the new equation. Okay, after I've expanded this equation, the new equation turns out to be y equals 54 plus 18 times 7 to the power of x. So now I know that the restrictions were that we cannot have a vertical translation, but here we do have a vertical translation of 54. So we have not met our goals. And when I graph this equation and the original equation, the parent equation, which function which was y equals 18 times 420 to the power of x, the graphs do not match. So here I have the graph of y equals 57 plus 18 times 7 to the power of x, and y equals 18 times 420 to the power of x. So the green equation is a new equation, and the red one is the parental function. So they do not match. In the ending, the new function that we came up with did go through a translation, but it was a vertical translation, so the graph is different from its parent function, and there was no horizontal stretch or compression. That's different. But the parent function did have a different base from the new function, so that's one of the things we managed to reach. I think around step 3, that's when I started to have a little confusion as to what the step was trying to convey to me as what I had to do, where it told me to multiply the exponents by the x that is outside the brackets. So I think that's where there was communication error, which led to a different result. But the other steps were pretty clear and fine. So